or mute. We'll leave more info in the description. Let us know if you use it or if you have any questions or feedback. Catch you later.
I hate pussy. I think pussy is the most disgusting part of a woman's body. So it's just a wet clump of hair that smells like fish if you're not careful. So that nasty. So that nasty. That nasty. That nasty. That nasty. That nasty. Come on, you son of a bitch. Come on, you cunt. You son of a motherfucking bitch. God, fuck it. God damn it, I fucked up. God fucking damn it, I fucked up. God fucking damn it. God fuck it. Spit? God fucking damn it. Spit? Spit. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my slut. I choked on dust. Suck my dick, bitch. Bitch, suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch.
Oh
dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. You 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 suck my... God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my motherfucking dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. God fucking damn it. God fuck it. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. Show me the spitty foot down. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. With the spitty foot. Hold on. With the spitty foot. With a spitty foot. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my motherfucking dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my fucking dick. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. This pit. God fucking damn it. God fuck it. God fuck it. God fuck it. God fucking damn it. Come on, you god fucking bitch. God fuck it. Come on, you fucking bitch. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. Yeah, suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my motherfucking dick, you motherfucking bitch. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. God, I don't want to fuck move there. God. Suck my motherfucking dick, you goddamn bitch. Suck my dick, 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 bitch. Suck my motherfucking dick. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick, bitch. Come on, dick sucker, move, you dick sucker. From China? Come on, you fucking dick sucker. Move, dick sucker. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my motherfucking dick, you motherfucking goddamn bitch, you dick sucker. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick, bitch. Now fuck up and pay. Now fuck up and take that pawn so I can stick my dick in that rook's butt. Suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. I see a dick in your feet. Dick. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my motherfucking dick, you mother. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. 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 Oh! You suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick. Man, I fucked up. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Oh my God. God fucking damn it. Jesus fucking Christ. God fucking damn it. God fuck it. God fuck it. God fucking damn it. God fuck it. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my goddamn dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick. Suck my fucking dick. Fucking bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. Bitch, suck my motherfucking dick. Suck my motherfucking dick. Suck my dick, bitch. 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 I'm gonna dick up that fucking poem, you fucking bitch. You suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. God fucking damn it. Suck my dick, bitch. God fucking damn it, God fuck it. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Suck my dick, bitch. Fucking slut.
From Miami, you're on with Tracy and Reggie, and you want to talk about evidence for creator.
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
First I wanted to, you guys were talking about earlier about why God doesn't manifest himself, or why doesn't God show himself. I just wanted to say, I think an appropriate biblical response to that would be that even if he did, people still wouldn't accept him. You see evidence of that in the Old Testament with the nation of Israel. He did manifest himself, and they still didn't believe. So, just wanted to sort of...
right, but he still manifested himself, right?
Right, but it didn't matter. They still...
Right, so it didn't matter, and yet God kept doing it. And all of a sudden, he doesn't do it anymore.
Well, whether I believe... Whether I believe in God or not after he shows up is a different question. The first step is to show up.
The first atheist black man I ever met.
I know why, but if I still disbelieve, then that's on me. But at least everybody can see that, wow, we and you still don't believe. Then that's something that we can deal with after the fact. But the point is that I asked that question because that's like a really good way to show that you actually exist, to show up.
Yeah, shut the
Right,
fuck
but
up.
if God knows that regardless of whether or not he shows up, you're not going to believe, then I would say him not showing up is understandable.
No, it's not when he has a history of showing up. When he has a history of showing up, and you're saying he actually has a history of showing up repeatedly in the Old Testament, even to people that didn't believe, and even when people still didn't believe, and he's omnipotent or whatever, or omniscient, and knew that they weren't going to believe, and then suddenly you're saying, well, the reason he's not showing up on your show is because you're not going to believe anyway, even though he has a history of doing exactly that.
And Jacob, how does that work? How does that work when a person shows up and I still don't believe? Like Tracy's here. How can I say to everybody I still don't believe that you exist? She's right there. I mean, it's a done deal.
You might at that point acknowledge that he exists. You might at that point say, okay, yeah, you exist, but you wouldn't submit to his authority.
So what?
You would still be in rebellion.
So what?
I would not submit to his authority because I think he's evil, but I could not be a believer anymore because he would have showed up. It would be the same thing as if, like, if the devil shows up to you right now, would you submit to his authority?
Right, no, absolutely not, because I think he's evil.
Exactly. So it's kind of like the same thing to me.
That's my point, though. You kind of just proved my point, though, in what you just said. You think he's evil, so you, like the scripture says, you hate him. So if he shows up, what's that going to do? You're just going to tell him.
Right, but he did. I guess what I keep saying, what I keep coming back to, is that your argument that this is a reason not to show up is invalidated by the fact that you already said that he did, even in the same circumstances.
Validated by him in the past.
What you're basically saying is if you know somebody's not going to believe in you anyway, why would you show up? And it's like, you'd have to ask God because he's done it.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so if it's within his character to do that, wait a minute, if it's within his character to do that, you can sit here all day and make up reasons why he shouldn't do it or wouldn't do it, but the fact is he does do it. And if he does do it, there's no reason to not do it now.
Right. Well, it's not that it's in his character to do that. He shows up in the Old Testament for specific reasons. It wasn't just him doing it.
Because he was asked. Right? He was asked to show up and prove to these unbelievers that he was God.
Yeah. Well, essentially, like I said, it just doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we can agree to disagree on that. I don't understand.
No, he did it. There's no disagreeing. He did it.
So your argument is that regardless of whether or not you would actually respond, the fact that he doesn't show up is some sort of evidence that he doesn't exist.
Right. When the tradition is that he does show up, even to non-believers, yes.
Okay. I don't know how that's a logical argument.
Can I say something real quick, Jacob? You're conflating two different things, if I may interject. The first thing is to show that he exists, so he shows up. The second thing that you're talking about is whether I would follow him, whether I like him or I don't like him. That's a separate question. If he shows up, we all will say that we believe because we have the evidence. The second question is we will then worship, and I'm not going to worship if it's Yahweh of the Bible because I disagree with what he's done. And I think you would disagree with what he's done too if you're a decent person. Just the same way that if the devil shows up to you, you probably disagree with him. He hasn't done.
Damn, he swallowed the feet out of the dog's victory. I pulled victory out of the dog's feet.
What are you referring to?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about the Canaanite tribe. I'm talking about drowning everybody. I'm talking about
So let me ask you a question. If there was a country right now that you saw on the news was sacrificing their own children to gods, and the United States decided to go in there and take over, would you have a problem with that?
And kill all the rest of the remaining children? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really what happened. I'm sure you've heard that argument before. That's not really what happened.
Wait. So, Jacob, do you have a problem with killing your own child?
Well, of course.
Okay, because I know that's what Yahweh is famous for, right? Jesus, he gave his only beloved son so that, that's how the old Christian... Right, so his child got sacrificed.
Right, he made a human sacrifice basically, and that was his whole setup, right? He could have made any plan he wanted, and his plan was a human sacrifice.
Well, because but obviously God knows that Jesus is God. Jesus is God incarnate. It's not like he's losing his son.
So maybe the
So he
Canaanites.
didn't lose his son. Well, there's a spin on the Christian
So maybe the
narrative.
Canaanites knew something when they were doing their...
What do you mean that's a new spin?
Because most people say that God gave his only son. In fact, that's a quote almost from the Bible.
But Jesus is God incarnate.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
According to Christians, does Jesus still exist? According to the Christian faith?
Yes, they say he still exists. So what you're basically saying is that there was no sacrifice now. Now your argument is that nothing was really sacrificed because nobody died.
He suffered and died on the cross, but was he not resurrected?
They're saying that he was resurrected, which kind of negates the sacrifice, right? So nobody died.
Well, I just
negate the sacrifice.
Because there wasn't one. If you're still alive, you didn't die.
Jacob, I just wanted to point out that if...
But wait a minute. But hold on. I just want to confirm what you just said. So you just said that he didn't die because he was resurrected from the dead.
Did he ever really die? So according to the Christians, did he cease to exist at any point?
No.
Okay, so then he didn't die.
He's God.
Right, so there was no death.
The idea would be, and I'm sure you've heard of this, is the idea of hypostatic union. So Jesus has two natures. He's fully human, and at the same time, he's full deity.
But Jacob, a lot of people...
You can't be 100% human and 100% deity unless humans are deities.
A lot of people, even in the Bible, have resurrected. So even Jesus resurrecting is not a unique or... thing, because that was...
Lazarus was resurrected.
That reminds me of that drink that's like something like nothing but lemonade or something like that, and now they've got nothing but lemonade with cranberry. Like, it makes no sense.
You know what's interesting is that you guys are ready to admit that you don't know everything about science, but when it comes to theology, that's not something you're...
No, I'm totally willing to say that a lot of this stuff makes no sense to me, and I don't understand it. And I'm just saying that when other people explain it, it doesn't make sense either.
So it's not, okay, right. But does that mean that it's not true because you don't understand it?
No, but when somebody says something that's impossible, that would be not true.
Okay.
I can't say that this piece of fruit I can't say that I have a piece of fruit that is 100% apple and 100% orange. That piece of fruit doesn't exist.
That's not a good analogy. Jesus was fully God and fully man at the same time. So two separate natures.
You said he was 100% human and 100% God. That was exactly what you said.
Yeah, it should be fully man, fully God. 100%. I shouldn't have said that. So it's fully man, fully God.
Well, what if I said I'm fully man, I'm fully God?
Well, you can say that. That's irrelevant, though. The point is that...
Why is it irrelevant? Wait a minute. Why is it irrelevant?
That's not part of the conversation. He can deify himself if he wants, but I don't see how that's relevant to the conversation.
I think he just did.
We're talking about the same thing.
No,
I just made a statement. I'm fully God and I'm fully man. So therefore,
okay, great.
You gonna worship me?
I don't know.
Because you can see me. I've actually taken my time to show up to the atheist experience. You see me, unlike Yahweh, and you're not gonna give me my just dues.
So,
that's 10% of your income.
I don't understand how that. Yeah, that doesn't apply to Christians, but I don't understand how that's a relevant point.
It's relevant because I'm here. You're
I
talking
don't
to me.
understand how any of this is relevant because we're supposed to be talking about evidence for a creator.
Okay, right. So let me get to that point then. Do you guys think that there's any evidence at all for outside of any religion? So forget about talking specific religions. Just the idea that there's a creative being that put everything together. Do you think there's any evidence for that at all?
I see no evidence for it.
No, I do not.
You see no evidence for a creator?
Yes, that's what I just said.
Wow, that's amazing. So complex biology, the systems in the universe, that absolutely doesn't move you at all in terms of...
No, and it doesn't move biologists, and it doesn't move cosmologists either.
None of them. You can make that statement. No, there's no Christian biologists.
No, I'm not saying I'm saying that their knowledge of biology is not being put forward as some sort of published paper trying to demonstrate God's hand. So they don't see God's hand in it enough to actually try and assert that on a professional level. So as far as
plenty of them do though. There's plenty of Christian biologists that write thesis data. There's plenty of that.
Yeah, they tried it in Dover. They tried it in Dover where they put those those papers on trial, and they found that it was just creationism dressed up to try and get it into a classroom, that there was really nothing, there was no validity to this. And in fact, other people in biology reject those ideas, such as irreducible complexity, right? If you go and look up the peer response to it, you're not going to find that this is the consensus of biologists. In fact, it's a minority fringe view.
Or we can do this. I'm here, I have some water in my cup. Can you ask the creator to create some wine right now?
Well, before we move on, I just want to say that if the scientists themselves are not publishing and saying, hey, it's our consensus that the field of biology demonstrates the hand of God, or it's our consensus that the field of cosmology demonstrates the hand of God, then you shouldn't be amazed when someone says, I don't see the hand of God in this stuff.
What you're saying right now is a dishonest argument. There's been scientists from Einstein to current day biologists and medical that assert that the complexity of biology and the universe is absolutely and obviously evidence for a creator.
And yet they can't convince the broad field of biologists that there's anything to it, and they're, for the most part, not even trying, right?
But it's I don't really.
If it's that obvious, why aren't they just writing it down in terms that their peers can understand and that they can then be convinced that this shows the hand of God? This is not hard. This is how you, if you're a biologist and you're convinced of something that biology is demonstrating, that's the thing you do, right? You put forward a peer-reviewed paper and you make that argument and you let people assess it and criticize it. And when that's done, those arguments don't fly.
That assertion. They don't fly in your mind.
No, they don't fly in the fields in which they're being suggested by the fringe people suggesting them.
Not at all. That is not true at all. They're not accepted by atheists. To say that they're not accepted at all is a dishonest statement.
No, it's not dishonest at all. There is nothing about consensus of biology that dictates that there's a God. And there's nothing about the consensus of cosmology that concludes that there's a God.
No one's saying that it's conclusive evidence for a God.
No, I'm not saying conclusive, I'm saying consensus. The scientists themselves do not hold that this is a demonstrated fact based on their field.
No, you're only going to give it, you're only going to see it as legitimate. There's a consensus?
Yes!
That's your standard?
That should be everyone's standard.
No consensus that what you believe is true. So what's your argument?
Holy cow! If a thing is not consensus, what you're basically saying is that the majority of people in the field, the majority of experts in this field do not believe this is a correct thing. And so when they're the experts in the field and they're validating this information and they're looking at the information and the evidence that's presented and they're saying, we don't think that this is the proper conclusion, that the person who wrote this paper, the conclusion that they're making or trying to make is not demonstrated by this evidence. There's problems with this paper. They're evaluating it based on professional expertise and the capacity to evaluate it, and they're saying in the majority that this is not evidence for a God. And so for you to act like I'm somehow amazing that I don't accept biology as evidence for God when the majority of biologists and the field of biology does not put it forward.
But I'm not talking about biology being evidence for God. I'm talking about biology being evidence for
a creator.
An indicator.
A creator. And they have not put this forward. This is not consensus. Biology does not say this. It doesn't promote it. It's not part of biology.
So you're saying...
So you made a better argument than look at biology.
You're saying that the systems that cause your body to function, that work together, along with the systems in the universe that create an environment where this same body can thrive in.
No, it didn't create an environment in which this body can thrive. This is the puddle, man. We were just talking about this with another caller.
Okay,
so the puddle.
So the environment that you live in, that if it were any different, you probably wouldn't survive.
Then I would be different. I would be different, and we'd be having this conversation, and I would be different.
Okay, so...
But the point is, that people who study the fields and are expert in the fields that you are invoking do not accept your conclusion based on their knowledge of the field.
A growing number of them do.
No, I don't care about their personal beliefs. My plumber can be a Christian. It doesn't mean that plumbing demonstrates God.
No, I'm talking about people that actually study these things.
God,
Right, they are not saying, they are not putting their money where their mouth is. They are not trying to present evidence to convince their peers to change the consensus of their field to say that it demonstrates a God. I don't even know what else to say about it. I mean, man, I'm dropping this call. I don't know how else to explain this. I mean, for somebody to just keep telling me, but biology, and it's like, yeah, and biologists have not come out with, as far as I know, there is no professional association of biologists that puts forward that biology demonstrates a God exists or that it is evidence for a creator. I don't know of any valid peer-reviewed group of biologists who puts forward that this is demonstrated in their field. This is totally different than whether or not they personally believe a God exists. You can personally believe a God exists, and you can see God in, your toast or in a cell or a baby's face, but the fact is, unless you have consensus in the field of expert peers that this is really what we're looking at here, you don't get to just go around telling other people that that's how they have to look at it. Let the experts look at it that way. And if you think they should, then talk to them about it. Write your paper. Get it published. I mean, I just saw this thing about a little girl who was like, I think she was like 11 or 12, and she got her first paper published in JAMA, right? So you don't even have to have the requisite degrees. She did a study on, like touch healing or something like that. Now, this wasn't like a recent thing. It was in a book that I was reading on management, actually. But it dealt with the idea of evidence and testing and measurability. It was talking about how you can measure intangibles. And so they talked about this study that the little girl did and how simple it is sometimes to measure a thing that sounds like it's complicated. And she did this little study, but she was just a child, and she published in JAMA. It's like, if you really want to prove it, if you really think you're seeing it, and you think that experts in the field need to see it, not just on a personal level, but a professional, let them put their credentials on this. And some of them do. There are papers published on irreducible complexity, and they get shredded by the community of peers. You don't see the community of peers saying, wow, we never thought of this before. This is completely convincing. Or even, we should look into this more because this is definitely something going on here. You don't even see that. You just see blanket criticism.
Pit. I'll chase that goddamn night to fucking kingdom come, you son of a bitch. Because inside out is wicked whack. fucker. Stupid! I just gave you, Rook. Like cutting off your left ear, slut. You should have moved that damn Rook. You should have moved that damn Rook right here. Stupid fucker. Oh my good goddamn fuck. At least I got rid of those fucking knights. God damn it.
Vladimir in Los Angeles, you're on with Shane and Matt. Welcome to the show.
Spit. Stupid!
Hello? Hello? Now, it's cutting out. A little bit better.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this proof of?
I took it off of the speaker. Yeah. Yeah, man, of course there's proof. All you gotta do is look around. The creation proves the creator.
Okay.
Okay, I see a vacuum.
Are you serious? Or are you just,
What do you mean?
quarantine?
I wonder sometimes if you guys are serious.
Yeah, I am serious. And what you said is that I looked around God, and I just looked around and I didn't see proof of God.
Worse is that
It's a machine.
No, I'm going to Vladimir. I will let you speak again. But the reason I ask if you're serious is because you literally came up with one of the most obviously boneheaded, incorrect, fallacious, garbage arguments that could possibly exist. One that we've debunked a gazillion times on this show, which is that creation needs a creator. Okay, you don't get to look around at the universe, call it a creation, and then say it requires a creator. You have to demonstrate that it is a creation, and you do that by demonstrating that it was in fact created. How can you do that?
Well, I can, but you just want to talk. You don't let me talk. You said you're going to mute me if I talk. I don't know. You got your own show. I don't want
because you were talking over us.
No. I have zero fucks to give. I offered an explanation of why I don't think you're serious. I then asked you if you could do it, and I unmuted you. And instead of saying, yes, I can, here I go, you want to suggest that I'm just not allowing you talk. How stupid do you have to be to suggest that after I asked you to please make your case and unmute you, that the best thing for you to say is that I just won't let you talk? Now I'm going to try this again. Can you demonstrate that this is in fact a creation with a creator? And there we go.
Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Cool.
So, yeah, you ready?
I've been waiting my life.
So is a machine, if you see a machine, you would think that just kind of popped together all by itself?
No, because I have examples of machines being made, so I can compare how a machine. I have examples of machines being made to compare them to. Right.
So if you didn't see how a machine was made, you just popped out of the air. Just because you didn't see it, because you didn't see how it was made, you didn't get to go in God's workshop and look over and show.
Okay, so now I'm muting you and I'm not letting you talk. I will let you back on in just a second. As I've said several times here, you need to define machine. But you asked us if we saw a machine, just conclude that it popped out of nowhere, and we said no, and then you continued as if we had said yes. So do you plan to actually listen to us and engage on this level, or are you just talking?
Well, you guys are chickens with that mute over there. You can't talk man to man. You have to little count mute button.
Okay, first of all,
when you talk man to man, keep muting like.
Now your ass is muted.
There's no opportunity to talk man to man, and if
No, stop. I will not be taking you off mute, because you're going to sit there and you're going to listen to me lecture you about the stupidity and sexism involved in your attempt to troll this show, and I'm going to continue to lecture you about it and never let you back off of mute. And you can sit there and think that I'm a coward, but the truth is, on the multiple occasions where we've asked you to demonstrate this, all you've done is shit talk and say literally the stupidest things we've ever heard that we've dealt with for all the years of doing the show. So if you want to talk man to man, go find yourself some man to talk to. Because I don't care what gender you are, or whether or not you want to think that you're going to exercise your machismo here. I'm willing to let you make the case for your God, provided it doesn't Did you understand what
Stupid ass fuck.
Well, why are you so angry over there?
understand what I said?
Upset.
Okay.
well, it's because part of it is because you're really frustrating. You're not really giving us anything. And then after that being pointed out to you, all you do is say, "Oh, you don't want to talk man to man. You want to appeal to this masculinity macho thing and try to call us cowards and chickens." Because of the fact that we had to explain to you that you were interrupting and we needed to fucking talk.
That you hadn't defined any terms.
And if muting you is an act of cowardice, then you can consider me a straight up bitch, because I think it's about time we hang up on you. This conversation is useless. I don't see it going anywhere with you. You're providing nothing other than the teleological argument, which is just the idea that, oh, if I saw something, say a watch, say a painting, and I came across it, would I think that it just came from nothing, or that I had a creator? Actually, I would think that I had a creator. Why? Because I have other examples of them being made that I can compare them to. I don't have that with the universe. I have not one other example of a universe being created. And the reason why I know that a watch or a painting that I stumbled across was designed, as opposed to the trees that it's next to, is because I don't have examples of those being designed. I have examples of them growing out of the ground. I have examples of plenty of things happening that have no consciousness whatsoever. Plenty of examples of causality without consciousness. Does water think to evaporate? Is there any consciousness involved in water vapor becoming heavy enough to fall? No, rain happens and there's no consciousness whatsoever. So, no, the fact that something is complex doesn't prove that it's designed. And I've heard this argument a million times, and whether you want to use a painting or a watch or a machine or a cell phone, it's the same bullshit. Sorry, I'm done.
No, it's actually worse than that, because so the reason to get him to define machine, because I don't think that he had a good understanding of what a machine is. In his head, like in most people's head, a machine is like, here's the car. But you know what else is a machine? A simple lever, which means a stick can be a machine when used. And so a stick being naturally occurring. And so I was talking about this thing of, okay, you need to define what you mean by machine. And yet he just kept going with so you guys think a machine would just pop into, because you weren't in there when God made it, you think machines just popped in.
Well, right.
That's not even remotely anything close to what we were saying.
Well, here's what I do know about machines, and a watch would fit the category of machine, is that watchmakers don't make them out of nothing. That a watch is a rearrangement of matter that already existed. So the question then becomes, what did God use to make the universe? Did he just make it out of nothing? Because if so, that's a pretty pathetic counter to defend your argument when you're trying to argue against something coming from nothing. And in order to do so, have to support the notion that God used nothing to create everything. Okay?
And it's worse than that, because you're looking at a watch and a pile of poop and asking, you could look at the pile of poop and say, what did God use to create the pile of poop? What did God use to create the watch? Hang on, you're putting the cart before the horse. We have no reason to think that these things were made by God to begin with.
And my favorite part of it is that the argument is one making that if you see something and it's complex, then that argues that it was designed. Okay, well then God is the most complex being in the universe.
Stupid!
That means
That was stupid.
Oh no, apparently this argument of that's complex, therefore it was designed, doesn't apply to the most complex thing that exists. Yeah. Isn't that something? Yeah, it's bullshit, and it's fucking stupid.
So, Tim in Lansing, thanks for waiting. You're on the air.
Well, thank you for having me.
Hey, Tom.
I've been debating this guy on another app, and he asked me to call your radio show. They asked me on the radio show what I stood for. I said I believe the Bible is the inspired Word of God, and that it is infallible.
Okay.
I don't know you from Adam, and I have no opinion about anything that you say, but I do believe the Bible, and so I'm calling here because he asked me to call.
Okay, so why do you believe the Bible is? You're saying that the Bible is infallible, and I don't think we need to waste time figuring out like if you've got a preferred translation or anything. But I'm just wondering, why do you believe the Bible?
Well, because I've studied it from cover to cover. Unlike your last caller, which I couldn't even follow where he was going.
Yeah, no, you and I I was a better Christian than him when I was a Christian, and I probably still am, because I spend a lot more time studying this than he'll ever do. But you say you believe it because you studied it, and there are plenty of other people, including myself, who've studied it, who don't agree with you. And so I need, when I say why do you believe it, I'm looking for a bit more than just you've studied it.
Okay. I'm going to take you through a scenario. I'm going to ask you some questions. Just if you don't know the answer, that's fair, because I don't know all the answers. You can ask me questions. You can probably bring up things that would puzzle me. That's fair.
Okay.
But I would go home and I would study and call you back and try to figure out the answer. So I'm not coming here as an all-knowing person. I'm not trying to trap you into anything.
I got you.
But I'm giving you some evidence, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to ask you the first question is, when was crucifixion invented?
I have no idea.
Okay, it was invented at 150 BC. Alright? I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
Okay. Psalms 22 is quoted by our Lord when he was being crucified. Jesus said, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, which is translated, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Right? Alright, now, if I was hanging on a cross, and I looked at you and said, oh Lord, my God, how great thou art, what would you think?
You dumbass. Oh, there's some girls.
How great thou art.
Oh, shit, there's a couple.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Psalms was the Jewish hymn book.
Yes.
Alright? And in Psalms 22, Jesus wasn't asking the questions. Jesus was referring them to a psalm. Now I want to read verse 1, and then I'm going to drop down to verse 16. Not because I'm trying to take and pick this thing apart, but I know that you have a short time. I'm trying to respect you.
Okay.
It says, my God, why hast you forsaken me? Why are you so far from helping me? Okay, so we know that Jesus is referring to this psalm.
Yep.
Verse 16, it says, dogs have surrounded me, the congregation of the wicked has enclosed me, they pierced my hands and my feet. Okay, let's just stop there. Piercing hands and feet before crucifixion. The Medes and the Persians and all those, they would impale people upon stakes. Much like Caesar impaled Christians upon stakes in the first century. before it happened. And I'm talking about before crucifixion was invented, and it was 1,030 years before it happened. When I look at things like this, I base my faith upon it.
So when you look at what appears in Psalms and then what is written later in the New Testament with what supposedly happened to Jesus, you think the most reasonable conclusion is that one is a prophecy, the other is the fulfillment, and that everything else surrounding this is true also.
Yes, and I also will take historians such as Irenaeus, Origen, Justin Martyr, Marcion. I'm sure that you're very familiar with these things.
Yes, and all of them are after Jesus supposedly lived, so the only thing that they're reporting is hearsay accounts. But
except for Cornelius Tacitus,
no,
and Studius.
no.
So Cornelius Tacitus lived 52 to 54.
Yeah, which is how many years after? So they were not there. They're not eyewitnesses. These historians that you're referencing are not eyewitnesses. There are no contemporary historian accounts of anything.
Well, that's not exactly true.
It is exactly true.
What I'm talking about is he wrote his writing at 52 to 54.
It is. Tim, let me ask it. I asked a question that you looked at Psalms and you looked at what happened to Jesus, and you see one is a fulfillment of the other, and then you think the most reasonable conclusion is that all the rest of the stuff surrounding this must be true, that this is the only reasonable explanation for all of it, right?
Well, that's part of it, but there's other things that will be added to it.
Well, I mean, you started by saying that you believe the Bible and you believe it's infallible. Now,
right. I do believe everything around it is true. It's definitely true.
The Bible is 66 books by a bunch of different authors. We don't know who the authors were in most cases. I mean, the Gospels are...
That's not true.
What's that?
That's not true.
It is
You
true.
know the author of the Bible.
Who wrote the Gospels?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you simply do not understand anything about Bible authorship if you want to claim that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John wrote the Gospels, because the Gospels are anonymous. Those are the names that the church fathers put on them. We have no idea who the authors of the Gospels
How
are.
do you come to that conclusion?
I'm sorry?
How do you come to that conclusion?
From the bulk of New Testament scholars, both Christian and non-Christian.
Okay, so
Do you happen to have an NIV, for example?
I don't hold much stock in the NIV. I usually go back to the Greek and the Hebrew.
Okay, well, I mean, if you look in an NIV at the opening page just before Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, it actually says that we don't know who the Gospels are. And if you go out to, Wikipedia or earlychristianwritings.com or any New Testament scholar, they all acknowledge that we have no idea who those authors are. So if you're going to assert that you know who the authors are, you are, in fact, unsupported in your position. But it doesn't...
You're unsupported because you're taking somebody that has written or perverted the Bible, and that's what a NIV is, the perversion of the New Testament.
I'm not just referring to the NIV. I just asked if you happen to have one handy because I know it's written on the entry pages there. I'm fine with any version. It's not the versions that are relevant when historians just talk about who authored this. But whether or not you're correct or I'm correct about who the authors were doesn't tell us anything at all about whether or not it's true. Okay? And you're saying that you believe the Bible is true and that it's infallible. So do you think it's infallible with regard to moral instruction?
Yes.
Is slavery moral or immoral?
The Bible never did back up slavery.
No, you're absolutely wrong. Tim. No, Tim, hold it. It's my freaking show. I'm asking you. How about I read you the Word of God? Would you like that better?
That would be better.
Thank you. So you're saying that the Bible does not, in fact, endorse slavery, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
It didn't command slavery.
So let me open up to Exodus 21.
All right.
If you buy a Hebrew servant, he's to serve with you for 6 years, but in the 7th year he should go free without paying anything. If he comes alone, he's to go free alone, but if he has a wife and she comes with him, then she is to go with him. And if a master gives him a wife, and she bears him sons or daughters, the woman and her children shall belong to her master, and only the man shall go free. If a man, going down to verse, but if a servant declares, I love my master, my wife, and children, and do not want to go free, then the master must take him before the judges. He shall take him to the door of the doorpost and pierce his ear with an awl, and he will be his servant for life. If a man sells his daughter as a servant, she is not to go free as male servants do. If she does not please the master who has selected for her for himself, he must let her be redeemed. He has no right to sell her to foreigners because he has broken faith with her. If he selects her for her sons, then he must grant her the rights of a daughter. If he marries another woman, he must not deprive the first one of her food, clothing, and marital rights. If you continue on down later on in there, if an owner who hits a male or female slave in the eye and destroys it must let the slave go free for compensation for the eye. An owner who knocks out the tooth of a male and female slave must let the slave go free to compensate for the tooth. If a bull gores a... Well, I'm not going to go through the rest of that. So there in Exodus 21 is the instructions for slavery, and it specifically has differences between Hebrew slaves and non-Hebrew slaves. The non-Hebrew slaves, which you are to buy from the heathens who surround you, are your property that you can pass on to your children. This is an explicit instruction that you can own people as property, and that you can beat them as long as they don't die within a day or two. Sorry?
Okay. Now, what he's doing, he's taking a people that were involved in, the Egyptian bondage, who were familiar with these things. They had slaves and bondservants that they brought out. Even Abraham had bondservants and so forth, and slaves that came with him, that would fight for him. It's not like the slaves of 1800s.
It does. Well, no, Tim. It doesn't. You don't. I don't care about the slaves of the 1800s. The Bible sanctions owning people as property. They are your slaves.
Doesn't it? Yes. And even in the New Testament, when a slave ran away and Paul tells him to go back to his master and serve his master, he does tell him to go back.
So
we are to obey our masters. It does tell you that, but there's reasons for that.
So Tim, you're saying that slavery is then moral, which you just said it was immoral.
I didn't say that slavery. I said the Bible didn't tell you to buy slaves.
Actually, it not only tells you exactly who to buy them from.
It does not tell you to buy slaves.
Tim, okay, so let me, Tim, what you're saying is, because the Bible doesn't say, go therefore and buy slaves, but instead it says, buy slaves from the heathen that surround you, that it's not instructing you to have slaves, correct?
Well, they says in verse 2, if you buy slaves.
Yes, if you buy slaves. If you buy slaves. Tim, you said Tim, you said that slavery was immoral, correct? Is it
It can be immoral. It don't necessarily have to be immoral.
It's not immoral to own people as property?
Not necessarily, no.
Then I have nothing further to discuss with you, because if you're going to bend over backwards to make it appear that your book is moral when it's clearly not. I mean, if somebody enslaved you, Tim, if somebody enslaved you, is that moral or not?
Not necessarily. It can be.
Not necessarily. So under what conditions, Tim, under what conditions would you be okay with me enslaving you?
Well, when I go to work, I'm a slave of my owner.
No, you're not.
Yes, I sure am.
You don't have an owner, Tim. I'm asking you, under what conditions would you be okay with me enslaving you, with you becoming my property?
I would not be willfully enslaved by you at all.
Yeah, most slaves, by the way, aren't willfully enslaved. But you're saying that there's a condition under which it would be moral for me to own you as property, and I want to know what that is.
It is this condition right here.
What condition?
And Exodus 21. If in that time, you see, that law does not apply to us today.
It doesn't matter whether it applies to us today, Tim. My question is about slavery. Is it moral to own people or not?
No.
It's okay in God's eyes, so it's okay in my eyes.
Goodbye, guys. That's all we needed to hear.
Yes.
You believe the Bible, you find it true, slavery's okay in God's eyes, thank you for acknowledging it, so it's okay in your eyes, and I am now more moral than you and your God, and so is everybody else on the planet. I don't understand. I mean, I understand how people kind of twist themselves in knots to defend their book. But when you ask a simple question about whether or not, and under what conditions would it be okay for me to enslave you, just watching a little tap dance there is, it's frustrating.
It's pretty hard to justify infallibility and perfect moralness to the Bible, so you have to do that tap dance if you're going to try to maintain that.
I mean, it's nice of him to say that clearly slavery is okay in God's eyes, so it's okay in his eyes. Well, it's not okay in my eyes. It's not okay in the eyes of the law. It's not okay in the eyes of anyone who has been enlightened. And it certainly wasn't okay in the eyes of pretty much anybody who's ever been a slave. If you wanted to know why slavery was wrong, that's all you had to do was ask the people who were...
Are better. So say somebody who is saying, I want to move to Pakistan because that is a better economic climate than mine. And they aren't considering what their race or their religion or their thing is when they're going to make that move. That would be a terrible thing to disregard, because you can't just live comfortably in Pakistan as anybody, and you can't just live comfortably in Christianity as anybody else. But the question I have back for you is in regards to your claim of validity, that essentially the Christian worldview is as valid as, let's say, mine, which is, I want to promote skepticism. That's the thing that I want to share. I want to promote skepticism and humanism. So you would say it is as valid, the Christian worldview is as valid if there's no God, as promoting skepticism and humanism. What does the word valid mean to you in that scenario?
It's equally as worthy of being acknowledged, just as a legitimate worldview to inform your beliefs upon.
What would make it a legitimate worldview is what I'm asking.
Just something that can inform your beliefs. That's all I'm saying.
So basically you're saying everything is as legitimate as each other if you can just vocalize what your belief is. However, in my opinion, if you're going to start determining validity or legitimacy, you would sit there and go, we can't, like with the last caller, solve hard solipsism, or the problem of hard solipsism, but we can go with, let's just assume we do all exist, and that's the only presupposition we have to make, because we have no other choice. So now we've gone there.
Right.
Hang on, I'm not done.
Yeah.
My position of spreading humanism and skepticism, I can defend with material facts about reality. I can defend within the world that we all are here, and I don't have to make up anything magical or extra, and I don't have to do a trust me bro. Does it mean everyone's going to become a humanist and a skeptic? Hang on, I'm almost done, I swear. No, but when you're talking about legitimacy and validity, those words mean something to me that a secular viewpoint that doesn't just create truths and tell you to live by them, but observes them and tries to make something consistent with that, does not equal the same level of validity and legitimacy as Christianity, and hence why I would advocate for one over the other. Is not just the difference, but one is better than the other.
Right. I'm willing to grant this notion that you don't have to make up the sky fairy, you don't have to make up anything, and that's fine. I'm willing to grant that for the sake of the argument, and to kind of address both of what you're saying is, I think Matt mentioned that we need to focus on what's true. We need to affirm what is true. We need to not go against, descriptively true things in reality. But I don't know that you'd be consistent on that. For example, if somebody said, held a weapon to your head and said, either affirm that 2 + 2 = 5, or I will unalive you, you're probably going to just say, fine, 2 + 2 = 5.
Yes, but that has nothing. That's nothing. That is a momentary practical thing where the best thing you can do is this. That's not me pronouncing and believing and being convinced that it's true.
Well, what it illustrates though is that there are conditions, even on your view, where affirming the truth might not actually be the best.
No, actually it's not, because you're using the word affirming in a way that I don't. No, you can't. The way you're using the word affirming...
Sorry, my mistake.
You're right, it was your mistake.
Yeah,
the way you are using the word affirming, to say out loud that statement does not mean that I have accepted it internally. So if you were to ask the actual metaphor of
someone gun to your head,
Okay, let's get one new drum
that
bitch,
2 plus 2 equals 5, and your brain state has to change, otherwise you die. You know, like Christianity actually works to actually hold the belief versus saying it out loud the way Christianity, at least most forms I've ever seen, don't work, where if you just say I believe in Jesus and God out loud, that will work even if you don't. That would be the actual parallel metaphor. Yours was nonsense.
Professing Christianity versus living Christianity, professing Christianity versus living, professing Christianity versus living Christianity are two different things which even the Bible acknowledges. How dare you come up with a gun barrel scenario and suggest that at the point of a gun, at saying that 2 plus 2 equals 5 is the same thing as accepting and affirming that 2 plus 2 equals 5. That's a difference between professing and believing. It was just bullshit.
An analogy.
Terrible.
It was just an analogy to kind of illustrate this notion that we're not always on the more secular utilitarian worldview. We're not always going to have affirming the truth in our best interest, because there may be conditions that telling or affirming or accepting a lie
do you think
lead to better outcomes?
Sin, do you think
that also
Sin, do you think we're fucking too stupid to know that? Because what you called in
I don't know that I'm being engaged with charitably.
Shut up! What you called in to suggest was not that on occasion people might lie and profess a belief to their benefit. You called in to suggest that even if it's not true, being a Christian helps you. So why are you now dishonestly trying to argue for an analogy that does not fit your original point?
Well, it tends to reason that people that believe or act as if the Christian God is real, even if that is false, tend to have better outcomes societally, even on your...
It's like you're not listening to what I say, so I'm going to mute you, and now you're going to listen to what I say. You called in to say that even if it's not true, people who live as Christian have better lives. And rather than get into the nitty-gritty on the data, other than pointing out that there are problems with those studies, what I pointed out was that it's one thing to profess a belief, and another thing to actually hold a belief. If there's a benefit to merely professing a belief, and there is, that's fine, but that has nothing to do with someone actually holding the belief. We're here talking about whether or not Christianity is true, and whether or not people actually believe it. If you had called in and said, hey Matt, hey Jimmy, I know that there are people who can pretend to be a Christian and get a better life out of it, I would have said, well, duh, we all know that. I knew that when I was a Christian. I knew that when the Bible told me. I knew that before the Bible told me. Just like there are people who can pretend to be Christians and get elected to office because you are advocating for people doing something, whether it's true or not, which sets you and everybody you've convinced up to be lied to by the people who profess Christianity in order to get political power. I'm the one that's addressing the actual facts of reality. I'm the one who understands that there are benefits to pretending and that there are benefits to those who actually believe. Why on earth are you coming up with an analogy about saying something? There might be a circumstance where somebody's got a gun to your head where it would be in your best interest to do so. Of course there is. This ain't my first fucking rodeo. I care about whether or not it's true. But if you're not going to argue for the actual belief, but just say, you know, there might be a situation where it's in your best interest to say Jesus is Lord, you're right. If somebody's got a gun to my head, I'm going to say Jesus is Lord. I'm going to go back to all the shit that I knew when I used to believe this stuff for decades when I was studying to be a minister. I'm going to go back to all of that, and I'm going to preach like nobody's ever heard anybody preach before. Because now the situation is, do this or you're dead. In your daily life, there is no do this or profess Jesus or you're dead. That's not a part of your daily life. It's dishonest for you to suggest that there could be.
I have a direct question for Zen. We'll go ahead and unmute you, Zen, and I'm going to ask you a question. Hang on. I'm going to ask you a question, and then you can proceed with your general response. You keep talking, bringing back this things to outcomes. I assume this means that you have familiarized yourself with more data than just, like, say, the American-directed Mayo Clinic ones. That I'm kidding. I think that's exactly what you familiarize yourself with. But let's assume you've familiarized yourself with more. Who has better outcomes? A Christian in a majority Muslim country or an atheist in a majority secular country?
Am I unmuted?
Yep. Can you answer that question?
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Well, I think the dialectic that I was generally...
No, this is not answering the question. I asked a direct question. Did you hear it? Do you need me to repeat it? I can repeat it.
Am I going to be able to engage with the...
You can answer the question that is not engaging.
Probably not if you're not going to answer the fucking questions, and when we do give you space, you argue dishonestly, forcing us to correct, so you can sit there and smugly think you've done something. Right now, you are the shittiest representative for Jesus Christ that I've spoken to this week, so far not saying something. Will you answer Jimmy's question?
Do you need it repeated? That's fine if you do.
Yeah, go ahead and repeat it, please.
Who has a better outcome in similar studies to the ones that you were referring to? Who has a better outcome? A Christian in a majority Muslim country, or broadly just say a majority non-Christian country, but let's go Muslim, just make it simple. Who has better outcomes? A Christian
I don't know.
In a majority Muslim country, or a secular person, an atheist, in a secular country?
Yeah, I'll just grant that I don't know the answer to that question.
Great, good. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna inform you because the answer is important. It's the atheist in the secular place. It isn't actually about that Christians specifically have better outcomes than atheists just because you can find a higher number of Christians than atheists because you are polling in places. Matt actually touched on this briefly when he was responding, where that's going to be, it is about the culture you are within. So yes, atheists, when subjected, even in a country with a secular government, to what we have here, Christian nationalism, have worse outcomes, generally, broadly speaking, to the country. However, when you also look at the happiness index of specific